Welcome back. Police are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the drowning of a female American tourist, the second such incident in less than a week. A 51-year-old of Westland, Detroit, Michigan, along with a male relative, was sitting on the shoreline of a beach on Paradise Island shortly after 12 noon on Wednesday when a large wave carried them into the water. Both individuals were submerged underwater and had to be rescued by lifeguards. Both victims were transported to the hospital where the female succumbed. The male remains in hospital in stable condition. On Saturday, a 65-year-old female from Danville, Kentucky, United States, drowned while snorkeling on Rose Island. Police are actively investigating these incidents. Bahamas are donating $100,000 to the Bahamas Red Cross Society one day after the nonprofit organization was robbed of some $77,000 worth of equipment and supplies on the holiday Monday. Bahamas executives, in making the donation, notes that the funds will aid in the replacement of the stolen items and support the Red Cross in additional areas of need. On Tuesday, police held a special press conference where Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings revealed that the robbers entered the grounds of the Red Cross headquarters on John F. Kennedy Drive by breaching a northern fence. Then they broke into several shipping containers housing Caterpillar generators and other power equipment and supplies for use during a disaster response. Director General of the Bahamas Red Cross, Alicia Pinder, noted that at this time, it is unfortunate that the incident happened and it has left the NGO at a great disadvantage and affects not just the organization but also thousands of Bahamians who rely on the Red Cross. From the U.S. Embassy, Nassau, this week the U.S. Embassy kicked off its journey beyond Nassau to further strengthen the United States' relationship with Bahamians across the archipelago. The U.S. Embassy's first stop on its #JustRoad242 tour is Grand Bahama, followed by visits to Bimini, Abaco, Exuma, and Long Island. According to U.S. Embassy Charge d'Affaires Usha Pitts, their goal is to extend their reach beyond New Providence and deepen ties with Bahamians across the Bahamas. Mrs. Pitts says she looks forward to meeting with local leaders and community activists on the Family Islands. This week, while on Grand Bahama until Friday, October 13th, the embassy provided passport and citizenship services at the Pelican Bay Resort from Tuesday to today, Thursday. On Wednesday, the embassy held the 4th Annual Academy for Women's Entrepreneurs Information Session, also at Pelican Bay. The public is invited to follow the embassy's #JustRoad242 journey. You can follow them at U.S. Embassy Nassau on all of their social media platforms. Tuesday was World Mental Health Day. Every year since October 10th, 1992, an International Day for Global Mental Health Education, Awareness, and Advocacy Against Social Stigma has been observed. This year, the theme is Mental Health is a Universal Human Right. Ending the stigma and discrimination of mental health is a daily focus of the World Federation on Mental Health. In honor of the day, Ministry of Health and Wellness here in the Bahamas, in collaboration with the World Health Organization and PAHO, the Pan American Health Organization, the Public Hospital Authority, and the Bahamas Psychological Association, held a symposium at the University of the Bahamas. From the Mental Health Programming Unit in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Christina Johnson says it is time to reduce the stigma.
And today we are upholding the theme, Mental Health is a Universal Human Right. So we have had panelists from various different sectors, civil society, healthcare, education, and right now is happening a youth panel. And so we're hearing from a lot of vibrant young youth who are just upholding the importance of why we really need to be so focused on mental health, why it's so important, and that it really is something that is universal. We may not all have a mental illness or be in mental health crisis, but we do all have our mental health to be conscious of.
This is not the first Mental Health Day celebrated in the country, but it is the ministry's first symposium. Ms. Johnson says she hopes the event helps to raise more awareness.
And what we really want is to just increase the discussion about mental health. It's something that is becoming more prominent in Bahamian culture now, post-Dorian, post the pandemic, and people are more like, you know what, me not feeling right, that doesn't mean something is wrong with me. It just means that I'm human. We're finally attuning to the fact that mental health is universal, and we are just having a wonderful discussion today and making sure that everybody walks away with some takeaways that they can implement.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness encourages those experiencing severe mental health issues to contact one of the various local support organizations, such as the Crisis Hotline, the Bahamas Psychological Association, Sandilands Rehabilitation Center, or you can call 911 for assistance on where you can seek help. And finally, for those of you who have been following Kai Jones' story this summer during the NBA offseason, it is no surprise to learn that the Charlotte Hornets waived their former first-round pick on Wednesday. In addition to numerous strange and bizarre social media video posts on Twitter and Instagram with him dancing and sweating profusely and seemingly talking out of his head, referring to himself as the GOAT, that's the greatest of all time, the greatest basketball player of all time. Earlier this week, Kai Jones publicly requested a trade from the Hornets and faced a possible $150,000 fine by the NBA. Jones was not invited to training camp as the NBA's new season approaches. He played 67 career games in 2 seasons with the Charlotte Hornets, averaged 2.7 points, 2 rebounds per game. Selected with the 19th overall pick out of Texas University in the 2021 draft, Jones signed a 4-year deal worth $13.4 million. Despite being waived, the Hornets are obligated to honor that contract, and Jones will earn approximately $3 million this season, whether he plays for them or not, unless another team picks him up. Family and friends, though, are hoping that he gets his act together and makes a return to the NBA or professional basketball at some point in the future. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Dorino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.